Atamarie, and welcome to another edition of Chamber Champions.
Thank you, Aaron.
Justin, it's wonderful to have you here. Justin is the CEO of Wells. And Justin, you started about 3 years ago?
Just over 2 years ago, Aaron. So yeah, moved from the deep south. Originally from Gore, but was living in Invercargill. So yeah.
Fantastic. And how are you finding Taranaki in these last couple of years?
Absolutely fantastic. You know, the region's got so much to offer. I always say it's a hidden gem, really. You know, we didn't know a lot about the place beforehand, but now that we're here, it's got a substantial amount to offer. Yeah.
It's fantastic to hear another Taranaki supporter in a region like no other. You've heard that often enough, haven't you?
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, we can see why everyone loves the region and is so passionate about it. So
So tell us a little bit about Wells. We know that Wells was started by Graham Wells, and it's about 4 decades ago, roughly. Tell us about your experience at Wells.
Yeah, so Wells started in August 40 years ago. So 39 years ago, coming up 40 years soon.
Yes.
The Wells is an electrical instrumentation automation business. We also have a metering arm, which is about 50% of the business, and we also have a IT development team and workflow systems that support the wider business as well. So we employ 420 people across New Zealand.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a large electrical business, and yeah, the biggest, I guess, driver and contributor towards it is we've got a great team of committed, passionate people that really enjoy what they do, and they're the heartbeat of the business.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think over the years it has had to diversify quite a lot with COVID, with the renewable energy and so on. So you've done really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, the landscape is changing as a whole in the electrical sector.
Yes.
And with decarbonisation, there's a lot of opportunities for a business like Wells. And from a strategic perspective, we made a conscious decision 2 years ago when I started with the business to pivot towards decarbonisation, and that's been really successful for the business to date. Yeah.
Any initiatives you'd like to share with your viewers on decarbonisation? I see Wells is doing quite a bit with charging of EVs.
Yeah, that's one part of it. So we're heavily involved in the DC charging infrastructure and maintenance space in New Zealand. We'd probably be the largest provider in that space and have a national footprint. We also do a lot in the AC charging space. We also have a lot of management software that supports that part of the business, which is doing very well. But we also have the other side of our business, which is projects, where we do large projects in the renewable space as well, which is geothermal. We're currently looking into solar, but we've also come off building Tahara geothermal power station, which was the 180 megawatt geothermal station in Taupo.
That's amazing to see, the journey that the company has taken over the last few years, and from the time you have stepped in, that strong focus on renewables. So what is the main reason for you to wake up in the mornings and go to work? What gives you the maximum satisfaction?
Oh, look, seeing people do well, that's what gets me out of bed every day, and enabling people to do well is, that's my absolute kicker in leadership. You're only as good as the people that are working with you. So, but as leaders, we need to enable them to do their job really well, and seeing that success and growth is absolutely what gets me out of bed every day. So,
that's awesome. He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. Most important thing in the world. What are some of the challenges that you're facing that might try and keep you awake at night?
Look, health and safety is always a really big focus within Wells. I've had my own personal experiences within the health and safety space and been involved in some unfortunate scenarios. For me, ensuring that our people get home every night safely is first and foremost. But we're entering into a different environment with decarbonisation and the oil and gas sector in Taranaki, which has been a primary industry, and that's really slowing down, and that does keep us awake at night. But I'm just thankful that the business has diversified so much that we're able to pivot our people into those areas as this change is happening.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Now, you've been part of the Chamber for many years, and Graham Wells, the founder, has been quite involved with the Chamber. What are the benefits you see for Wells and your team there of interacting with the Chamber?
Yeah, so for me, moving to the region, being new, not knowing anyone, is and having the Chamber as a support mechanism to point me in the right direction on where to go from a business perspective has been extremely valuable, and also building those connections in the community, because partnerships are everything in business, and that's been a definite value add. But also from a team perspective, our team have been getting quite involved with a lot of the events that the Chamber offer, and so for a services business like Wells, networking is extremely important, and that's a good gateway for our team and myself to draw those connections and help build those partnerships for future business.
And we enjoy Wells and the advocacy we do for a lot of the businesses, including yours. Any message you have there for our viewers who might not be part of the Chamber, but they have some businesses here in Taranaki?
Yeah, look, the Chamber has been very supportive of the Wells business, but myself in particular as well, and the value that is derived can't be understated with regards to the connections that you can build across the region, and those connections are happening almost on a weekly, fortnightly basis with the Chamber. So I think that's why businesses should join. I think that's where the value is absolutely derived.
Oh, thank you. And we feel very privileged to be in that position that we can serve businesses. But look, fantastic to interact with you. Fantastic to see that ethos of caring for the community has been one of the strong drivers in your company, and you carry that as CEO, and that flows down to everybody in your team. Justin, thank you so much once again for your time.
Thank you, Aaron. Yep.